Let's talk about what happens when you don't loop in risk management. So if you're not familiar with the story, I'll recap it for you. Companies send some team on a retreat to Colorado. They decide they're going to go hiking as their team building activity. The hiking group splits into two, and they lose track of somebody who gets lost and has to spend the night on the mountain. Very dangerous situation, had to be airlifted the next day. People can die this way. So there's a couple of points I want to make here. The first one is whether or not they ran this activity by risk management. And there's two scenarios that I can envision. So one is they didn't have risk management. Some organizations don't have dedicated risk management staff. They usually kind of throw in the responsibilities of risk management into an existing role like HR, who already has the role of HR and somehow has to fit risk management in there too. Or they had risk management. They didn't run the activity past risk management because they don't want to hear the word no. So we see this all the time in event planning where somebody doesn't come to risk management because they think, well, risk management is going to tell us that we can't do it. And I get it. You're so excited about this activity that you planned, that you put so much thought into, and you don't want to be told no because in your head you want it to go exactly as you envisioned it. But there's a discussion to be had here. We're all about compromises. Now, granted, we want you to be safe. There would have been alternatives to this activity. They could have done hiking on a trail that wasn't as rigorous. They could have had safety procedures in place. So when the group split up, they made sure to do a head count for everybody. There's a million ways that we could have compromised to make this happen and ensure that everybody was safe. So that's the first point I want to make. Loop in risk management, loop them in early, and don't be afraid of the no. You can compromise. Just don't keep them out of the conversation because you're afraid of the answer. And here's the second point I want to make. Guess who the organization was? Guess who this company was that sent their team out for this team building activity that clearly wasn't safe? This is an insurance company, and it's a big insurance company. As insurers, we should be the poster children for risk management. We are the ambassadors of risk management. That's what we want all of our policyholders to have. So on top of everything, for it to be an insurance company that did this is not a good look. And I know that Beazley is more cyber than anything. That's their bread and butter. But even so, I'm sure I'm not the only professional in this space, in this industry, who saw that and thought, an insurer, that's who this happened to? We should do better.